The honor tonight, folks, to introduce the main guy who's responsible for putting this unbelievable app together. And you guys know my story. I've been in the industry for 35 years, and we were talking today and laughing about in the old days when you wanted to look at your downline report, you called into a 1-800 number, and it was called fax on demand. You put your EA number in there and the fax number you wanted to go to, and depending on the size of your report, it was the size of a one pager with 152 people on one page. I used to count them, or the size of a New York phone book. And it just kept going and going. You don't know how many calls we got that said, "My gosh, I was halfway through my report and my printer ran out of paper. Now I got to start all over." Very frustrating. Well, to be 6 months old and to have an app with all the features that we have today is no small miracle, and it's due mainly by the guy I got the pleasure to meet or to introduce tonight. I met years ago, probably 12 or 15 years ago now. And if you haven't met John Breitbart and had a chance to sit with him and talk to him, you'll never have a better conversation in your entire life. You'll see the passion and the heart he has for each and every energy advisor. I mean, he doesn't care if he's up till 12-1-2 talking to you. I've seen him in action in Punta Cana, where everyone else is ready to go to bed. Not John. He was still talking to a group of people. So honored to be in business with him again. I'm here because of him, and good friend of mine, Vice President of Communications, Mr. John Breitbart. It's all yours, my friend.
Thank you, Brad. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. I love Brad's introductions because it reminds me of my first days in this amazing industry back at the last company we worked together at, which was North American Power. And yeah, it's just so cool to be back working with you again, Brad, and also amazing to have done it before. This same industry, very similar business model over 10 years ago, and now trying our hands again, but this time a full decade worth of technology development, advances in the industry. Everything is moving faster and working better. And yeah, I'm equally astonished at how much we've been able to accomplish since we've started this just a few months ago. So my name's John Breitbart. I'm really excited to be able to share this with you. I'm getting to represent tonight and be the face of a lot of tireless effort of a whole group of people within Think Plus who have been working really hard to develop this app as quickly as we have. And that includes our director of senior vice president of marketing operations, Phil Santicello, our amazing social media director, Lauren Valdez, was also crucial. I mean, there's so many people I could list that deserve as much credit as I do for helping put this together. And my responsibility is more just communicating it to you and making sure that everybody's aware of how powerful this tool can be. So yeah, couldn't be more excited. I think you'll be as excited as I am when you get into the details. And yeah, let's get started. Let's get into what we call Think Plus Connect. So Think Plus Connect is our mobile application for Think Plus, for you as energy advisors to build your business. And the reason we call it Think Plus Connect is it's in one sense, it's connecting you to literally all of the tools, all of the resources, all of the announcements and communications. It's really meant to be a one-stop hub right in the palm of your hands that connects you to everything you need to know and all the tools and the resources you would need to share Think Energy, our products, to share the opportunity with Think Plus. That's really the goal. It's really to make building your business easier than ever before. And I think we've accomplished that with where it's at now. And one thing I would just want to add is with this, what we are about to unveil and what we're going to share, as with many new things, it's the worst version of it that will ever exist. It's only going to get better and better and better from here. So if you like a lot of what you've seen, just wait. It's only going to get better. We're going to be adding more and more content, more tools, more training, and this is the first chapter of a long journey of building this app and making it available in the best way. The other thing I want to share right from the start, some of you might be wondering, what is this going to cost? Oh, gee, this probably costs a lot of money to build. You know, is this going to be an extra fee? You know, how much is it to download? These types of questions. So one of our values here at Think Plus and Think Energy is to always do the right thing. And everybody, each one of you as energy advisors, you pay an annual fee to be a part of Think Plus. And this app is 100% included within the fee that you pay. So there's no additional cost to the app. It's absolutely just included. And we're going to explain how you actually gain access to the app at the end of the call. And, you know, you'll be able to download it for free. You'll be able to use it. And I think we have a prankster drawing red lines on our beautiful presentation here. So, Tony, I'm not sure if you know how to remove those or turn that off, but
I'll work on that right now.
Okay, maybe I'll stop the share and then I'll restart it. One moment. Let's see if that works. Okay. No more doodles on the screen.
We should be good from now on.
Okay, great. I'm sure that it was totally an accident. It's totally all good. Maybe one day we'll do a like Pictionary Zoom and we can all draw doodles on the Zoom. So yeah, let's get into it. I just want to share it. It's totally free. Your annual fee covers this, and we're really excited to make it available to all energy advisors. So anybody you enroll, anybody you recruit, they're going to get access to this right from the start, which is super exciting. So this is as you know, with all the apps, this is our icon right here. Beautiful, Think Plus, the plus portion and the little speech bubble. It's all about sharing positive news, sharing a enhancement, something that's going to add to someone's life. So that's the idea of Think Plus Connect. This is what the app looks like on your phone. You also see there's a play button here. When we announce the app formally to everybody tomorrow morning, that's going to include a great video that sort of just gives a quick overview of the app, the features, and this is just something that'll be on our YouTube page. It'll be something that we use when we share the app to let people know how it works and just what they can expect when they download it. So first thing is onboarding, right? First thing we want to cover. So one of the things this app can do is just make it really, really simple and easy for people to get started with Think Plus. As I'm sure many of you experienced in the beginning, especially just after we launched, we had lots of information in different places. And, sometimes you're looking for something, you can't figure out where it is, you got to call energy advisor support, which is great as they are, you don't want to be calling them all the time, every time you're looking for something. So that's one of the biggest benefits of this app, is just having all of these resources, whether it's sharing tools, announcements, information about promotions, training videos, training materials, all of it in one place. So when you get signed up and you get the app downloaded, which you can help your new advisors to do, anything they're looking for, they can just open that app and find it right there. And that includes links as well to all the other websites and all the other places where we might have, information that you want to access. So very exciting. The onboarding process for the app we'll touch on a little bit more at the end of the presentation. So we'll revisit that. So this is the core functionality of Think Plus Connect, is all these shareable media. So you have events and calls that are always being promoted. You have social media, flyers and graphics that you can share on social media, videos, introduction. We have a great Think Energy customer video. Just recently made a Think Community Solar customer video. So this app is a great place and really the primary place that you can be going to now to share across, whether that's email or texting somebody or posting on any social media platform. All of that functionality is right there within the app. And it's as simple as scrolling through, finding the resource or the piece of media you want to share and, selecting it and then selecting how you want to share it and with who. So that's what this looks like right here. You can see share on social, send to a contact. So that could be a contact in your phone. We'll touch more on that in a moment. And you can also just copy a link, and send it more directly. Although that will not, as you see there won't be the same tracking that you would have through the other methods. And when we get into that, you'll see how powerful that can be. But the important thing is you have lots of options, and anywhere you want to share it, it makes it super easy and streamlined to do so. So social sharing is obviously a big part of the business, and more you have things like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and all of those social networks are integrated into this app. So it's super easy to share across them. And what you'll notice is that when you go to share a piece of media, let's say it's a presentation or something about a promotion, we'll actually provide a sample explanation, right? So a basic description of what that thing is. And you can make additions to that. You can subtract from it. It's up to you how you customize that message. But we at least give you a starting point that you can use that gives an effective overview of what that is. So when you share with a new person and they're receiving it, they have some idea of, in that message of what it is they're receiving and what the goal is, what you're looking to, have them do. Watch a video, check out a conference call, whatever it may be. So this is another really cool feature of the app, which I think Tony is going to talk about in a little bit. Tony Procopio, one of our founding energy advisors and someone who's become a really good friend, and now someone I've been on vacation with after the recent leadership trip we had. So he's going to talk a little bit about his experience with this feature later on. But basically, it's really simple. Like, we have all of our tools and videos and things that we've added that are there for you to share, but you can also add your own personalized content. You can record a video. Let's say it's a congratulations to a new team member who just signed up. You can record that video and load it up into the platform and have it in there as a resource. So as new people sign on, you can just go ahead and send them that same personalized welcome video. And just the sky's the limit, anything you can imagine. It could be, thank you for becoming a customer. Thank you for just taking a look at something that you shared. That's just a great feature, and you have that ability to customize what resources are in there for you to share. So yeah, that's again what I just described. You can upload and record interactive videos. So there's kind of our base functionality that we're starting with, and then there's a lot of room to grow with this app. So there's even the ability to record video and then have interactive elements in that video where you can maybe even just explain why you're, a big believer in Think Plus, and have a link to your enrollment, right, to be a Think Plus energy advisor pop up right in that video, and they can just click on it right through there. So there's a lot of functionality that we can begin to explore and develop over the coming weeks and months as we all kind of get used into and familiar with using the app. So this is a great feature too, the syncing of contacts. So I think I probably have under 1,000 contacts in my phone. We met someone on the recent trip who had over 13,000 contacts. And, most people are probably somewhere in between those numbers, but you've got all these people that you've met, you have their information, their emails, their phones. Normally in these types of companies, you create a written list, and you got to kind of manually think of people and write their name on a list and kind of start going through that. So this app, Think Plus Connect, really takes care of that for you by syncing with the contacts that are in your phone. And as you do it, there's a few different options. You don't have to sync all of them at the same time. You can select, who you want to kind of bring into the app that you might want to share with. And that's a really cool feature. It's inspired by the recent prevalence of dating apps and this idea of swiping left or swiping right. Basically, you can sort through your contacts once you've uploaded them into the app and kind of select whether someone is maybe a hot lead, right? There's someone you're going to want to send something to like immediately because you think they'll be really great at it. And then, someone that is maybe more on the back burner or someone you're not going to share with right from the start, you can, put them as a cold lead. But the important thing is you can just filter and sort of in a very easy, simple way, sort through who you want to reach out to first. Then as you are sending videos or whatever the tool might be, one of the coolest things about the app is that when you send somebody a link, to whatever video, picture, or image, once that person clicks on that link, you're going to get a notification that they've either viewed the video. You can see here, you can see how much of the video they viewed. If they only watched 2% of it, okay, they started it, they didn't really get through. You can wait to see whether when they finished the video, or that's just a great visibility to give you transparency. So you're not wondering, like, when do I follow up with this person? Have they already watched it? That type of thing. It's just really, really helpful to see that. And as Tony's going to allude to, you can also see how many times the video has been watched. So that's also really helpful, really exciting to have that visibility. So you get notified when people engage with your content and how much they're engaging with the content. So here's a great thing. As you get these alerts and notifications, maybe you don't want to follow up like right after they've watched it. That might be a little spooky for people if you send them a link and week goes by and then they watch the video and like right as soon as they're done, you give them a call. So maybe you want to set a reminder like, hey, so-and-so just watched the video, remind me to call him first thing tomorrow morning. And you can put that reminder directly into the app and it'll send you a push notification and an alert when the time is ready to reach out to that person. So another thing, you'll hear a little bit more about Texas, right? And we're going to be launching Texas in the very near future. And a very typical thing there is, people, not everybody, they're in contracts. They can't necessarily always immediately switch. So they might say, hey, my contract's up in 4 months. Why don't you get in touch with me then? And then I'll switch to Think Energy. You could just put that alert, right? Reminder right in the app to call so-and-so in 4 months. And you just have all of these reminders right in one place. So it makes it really easy to just plan things out ahead of time and always get these great reminders of what you want to do next. So now we come to a very exciting portion, which is the learn section of the app. So this is where we're going to be collecting and organizing almost all of our training material. The compliance training is still going to live where it currently is. All those market overviews and the tests, that's sort of a separate thing for compliance. But all the training resources beyond that, the explanations of the compensation plan, a wide list of training videos that we are developing as we speak, those will all be provided in this learn section and organized into courses and lessons and so on. So you can just easily access very quick 3 to 5 minute, little videos on very specific topics. So we're not talking, 1 to 2 hour long videos where you got to watch the whole thing. It's all broken up into these small bite-sized pieces, so you can just always get exactly what you're looking for. Already we have some basic training videos in the Learn section that are all around how to use the app. So if you're not the most tech savvy person and you're concerned about whether this is going to work for you, it's very simple videos explaining exactly how to use all of these features. So that can be one of the first spots you go and check out, is watch all those training videos, and stay tuned because there's a lot more training videos that we'll be adding in the very near future. We also have, not to start, but we also have the ability to add some quizzes and even awards and sort of badges, right? As you go through these different courses and lessons, we can kind of acknowledge that and give you awards and sort of build out your profile, so you can see, you know, all the trainings that you've been through and how you've kind of ranked. Have you retained the information that's presented? Do you pass the quiz? You know, things like that. It's not pass fail. Nothing happens if you don't pass the quiz, and you can take them as many times. But that's just a helpful way to help people retain the information, and something we're really looking forward to having. So we're almost kind of through the features here. This is one of the last ones, the at a glance reports. So when you get the app, this is actually fully integrated with our web office. So you'll actually log in, as there's a process to doing that, to sync up your Energy Advisor account with the app. And it's going to pull in the links to your web office, and even links directly to the personal customer report, advisor downline report, pay history. And then we also have in the same section helpful links to all the other really key destinations, right? The thinksuccess.plus community website, to our shop, right? If you want to get business cards, badges, and apparel. You know, our events calendar is another big one that it links directly to. So once again, like anywhere you're trying to get to, any place where we have information that's relevant to you as an energy advisor, is basically accessible through this app through one click, which is it's not something we've had before, and we can't wait to see what happens when everything is finally organized in one place. So those were the main features. As you can imagine, apps are meant to be simple and intuitive. You know, we're not reinventing the wheel. This is nothing too complicated, but just because it's simple doesn't mean that it's not extremely powerful. So the app is basically available starting tomorrow. You'll be able to find it on the App Store, but you don't have to go searching for it. We're actually going to be sending emails out, a general announcement tomorrow morning, sharing the app, sharing the video introduction to it. And we're also, just to make it even easier, we're going to be sending a specific link via text. So if you signed up when you joined for SMS communications, you're going to get a text directly to your phone with a link to download the app. And what that's going to look like is just here. You know, hi Daniel, right? The link is right there. All you got to do is click that. That's going to open up this this page here on the right, where you go. You can either link to the App Store to download it, or go to the Google Play Store, depending on what device you have. And then once you do that, you just go back to this page, log in with your web office login information, right? Same information you use with your Think Plus account. And that's going to sync all your information with the app so that everything tracks. So when you go to share your website through the app, it's sharing your replicated site, and those customers will be credited to you. So that's it. That is Think Plus Connect. Super excited to share it all with you. I'm glad you were all able to join. And now I'd love to introduce Tony Procopio, one of our founding energy advisors, who was actually, I want to close thanking a very special group of people. So when we started this, we didn't want to develop it all internally. We wanted to bring in a key group of people from the field, from the group of energy advisors, to really test it out, to put it through its paces, to test every link, to try every tool, and really give us valuable feedback that we could use to make the experience better. So Tony was a big part of that group. It gave us some really excellent suggestions, and has been using the app for a few weeks already. So Tony, I would love to hear your thoughts on your experience with Think Plus Connect, and why you're excited about it.
Well, absolutely, John. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yeah.
All right, fantastic. Well, first of all, I want to thank you and Brad and everybody at corporate and all of the people. I mean, first of all, what a great overview here. I mean, you just nailed this and knocked it out of the park. Just, I mean, laid it out perfectly and just efficiently. Just, I really appreciate you doing this. I know
How'd
it
we
takes
do
a
on
lot of
time? Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, so it's something that, is definitely, I appreciate you putting this all together, because I know how much time it takes to do that. And to everybody at corporate as well, John, the people that I've worked with, and the other advisors that we all kind of collaborated in this pilot project a few weeks before, I was amazed how quickly, Think Corporate reacted to our suggestions. I mean, it was like the suggestion would come out, and then 2 minutes, 2 hours later, it's in the app. And then there weren't even suggestions, just thoughts that we had on some of the calls, and next thing you know, it's there. And it looks 100 times better than it looked on day one when we first got in to take a look at this. I mean, it's night and day. I'm looking through my app every day. It looks better. I wake up every morning and I'm like, wow, this app is even better than it was when I went to bed. And it's just amazing, how it works. And so I would say this, people who are going to use this app, you are going to become very efficient. You're going to become very good at what you do. You're going to become better at what you do. And you're going to become a better recruiter. You're going to become a better customer gatherer. You're going to become a better a person that provides more information to people in a timely fashion that's more targeted to what people are looking for. And it really allows us to stop chasing people, because that's probably the number one thing that people make a mistake with when they start in network marketing, is they're so focused on one person or two people or three people. This allows you to focus on multiple people at the same time and not really care which one does it or doesn't do it. It just takes all the pressure off of it, so that off of your contacts, so that you don't have to worry about, when should I call this person back? Do I call them back now? Do I call them back later? There's a lot of things here that allow you to know what's happening with your contacts. Almost like you're almost like there's almost a little big brother going on here, with this program. It's just enough, but not too much. And it's just amazing how you can track everything. I'll give you an example. John, I was using the app, and I had this person that I had just recently met, and I put him into the app. We exchanged contact information, didn't know him that well. I sent him something. I clicked on the video, which was the 9-minute overview, and I sent it to him. Well, first, actually, what I did was I sent him the video because he was really into community solar. I knew he was into solar and community solar, so I actually sent him the community solar video first. And he clicked on it and he watched it. So I knew right away, wow, this is great. I had the feedback. He watched the video. So then I just set a reminder in the phone. And about 6 hours later, I just texted him. I said, hey, do we need to follow up? And he said, the message I got back was, yeah, it's funny that you should, text me, because I just watched it a little while ago on my lunch break. And I was like, oh, great. I didn't tell him I knew that, I was just like, oh, great. Yeah, that's amazing. What a coincidence. And so, so then I said, hey, should we follow up? And he said, yeah, let's talk later on. I said, how about this? How about I send you a 9-minute overview, so that when we talk on the phone later, we'll be able to have a better conversation, a more informed conversation. He said, yeah, send it over. So I sent it over to him. Well, 20 minutes goes by. First of all, he clicked on it immediately. I sent him the video. He clicked on it in 1 second. It was almost exactly when I sent it, I got the response back from the app saying that he's watching it. Then all of a sudden, about 20 minutes later, I look in. The guy clicked on this thing 70 times in 20 minutes. And I'm like, that's almost impossible. So I just said to him, I sent him a message, hey, you having trouble watching the video? Any issues or anything like that?" He said, "No, it's all good." And so when I followed up with them and got back in touch with them, I said, "Hey, it looks like you watched that video, like, I don't know, like a whole bunch of times you clicked on it." He's like, "No, I only clicked on it once." And I was like, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, but I sent it over to my friend. I sent your link over to my friend." And turns out his friend watched the video and sent it out to a whole bunch of people, my initial message that I sent, and it was reporting back to me, 2 referral levels down, 70 people had watched the video. So you know what my next phone call was when I figured out who I was going to be calling after that. I called the guy that sent it out to 70 people, and
I'm
that guy's
sure.
just an amazing, amazing. So all because of the app. I would never have known that. It would have no insight into it whatsoever. It would have been a dead end, because the guy that I was talking to, he wasn't really interested.
He didn't even know that that other person had sent it on, and yeah.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. And that's just one of the things that can happen. And look, it's going to happen to you when somebody either, hey, they think they want to share it with somebody and then somebody shares it. You're going to get all these clickbacks. So when you see somebody clicking on the video like 20 times in 20 minutes, you know that there's something going on under that person, like beyond in their sphere of influence. So, but that's one of the things that I'm really excited about. But I will tell you that what I really love, another thing that I really love about this platform is that ability to customize this app, to be able to take your own content. And I'll give you an example. I go through and I read news every day on the energy sector, especially on clean energy. I just want to keep myself in the know. It's just something I do. So in the mornings, I'm always checking out news clips, clean energy news clips, and community solar news clips. And so when I find an interesting article, I put it into my app. I'm putting like 2 or 3 of these things into my app every day. I've got like 50 things in there already that I can share with people. And what's really cool about it is it allows you to, kind of in network marketing, we talk about dripping on people that are like a maybe, people that are kind of, they didn't join, they didn't become a customer, they say they might be interested. I love to take articles that remind me of that person for whatever reason. Could be something in their state, could be something in their industry, or something that we talked about when we met up and showed them the plan, whatever it is. And I can send that and drip on people. Like I make it a point now to use this app every morning and send reminder things. Hey, I found an interesting article. I thought you'd like it. And I send it to them. And guess what? As soon as they click to read that article, I can see that they clicked on it. So it doesn't have to be a video that they played it. It could be a PDF that you send to them. It could be something you send via text, via email. There's lots of different ways you can share content. You can share it through social media. There's all different ways. It could be a silly video that you made, like, hey, I just got back from Punta Cana because I was on this trip with the leaders in Think Plus, and it was amazing. And look at the swag that they gave me. Look at this cool mug that I got, this cool water bottle, this towel, this, look at this pin they gave me. Look, here's a picture of me you could actually send someone a picture of you down on a trip or at an event with people. And when they click on it, you'll know when they actually viewed the picture.
You're sharing stuff all the time, right? And it's like most places you don't get that. I mean, maybe Facebook, you see, they read a message, but you don't know whether they clicked on the link or how many times they clicked on the link. So yeah, I mean, even for both for customers and then also, right, all of your contacts can be in here. So all of your energy advisors, all the people on your team, for recognition, for congratulating them, for thanking them for joining your team, or as you get alerts in your web office of new promotions and things like that. I mean, this is a great place to have those congratulations or those welcomes or those thank yous just preloaded, so you can send them right out. And it's really so exciting. I was kind of amazed when you told me that story, the 70 times in 20 minutes, but you were like, man, you really liked that video. Like you were just click, 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 click.
I mean, just on it, you figure it's just amazing, John. And what else I started tinkering around with as well? I took the Zoom link to our 8 o'clock PM and 1 PM webinars that we do.
Mhm.
And I put that in as a shareable link in my customized area of the app. And now when I send someone the link to the Zoom and they click on it, it tells me that they're in the Zoom without me even having to search that they're in there.
They're in there,
So
exactly.
the,
Which is helpful when you have hundreds of people and you're trying to find where that guest is going to be. Did they join already? I mean, we've been in that spot searching for Michael, you know, trying to bring him on for the address and trying to find him in a sea of, you know, 800 people. And yeah, that's another helpful.
So true. I had a guy on there that his name was iPhone in the meeting. I would have never known he was on the meeting, but when he clicked on it through my app, I knew he was there, even though he was under the name iPhone. So
very
it's
close to
very,
Ivan. It's like Ivan, iPhone. It was very close.
yeah. So it's really cool. This thing, look, I can't wait, John. You know what? You and I could sit here and talk about this all day, but what I will,
let's close it out for sure. This is
what I'll tell you is that everybody, the things we're going to find out from the advisors using this and going forward is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what our team of thousands of advisors unlocks with this platform.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the summer months can, in this industry and a lot of industries, obviously, you know, things can always slow down a little bit, vacation, and, you know, people are just taking a rest as they should. But we are not slowing down. We're taking this time to just amp things up even more. And, you know, we're so new, we're so fresh, there's so much to do. And it's such a great feeling to take these huge initiatives, these like game-changing developments and enhancements, and just get them out there, and then take all of those resources, all of that time and energy, and move that on to the next thing. So again, this is just a huge development a few months into the journey, but it's really just one of many, many major developments that we're always going to be working on to just make this the best opportunity you can imagine. We want all of you to have as much success as possible, to uplift yourselves, your families, your communities, to collectively contribute to a brighter future for the planet, for humanity. And yeah, it's pretty awesome that we get to do this together. And yeah, couldn't be more excited for Think Plus Connect. So Brad, any final thoughts there? Our sage wisdom from our most experienced executive?
Just come out and say it, John, the oldest guy on the call, probably. I'll just say this, buddy. I love playing around with it, and I sent videos out to a bunch of people, and I sent videos out to some people that have never wanted to do anything in the industry over the last 35 years with me, or anybody in the industry. And I called them just for fun, and I said, Bill, what do you think of the opportunity I sent you? He said, I'm not interested in it. I said, how do you know you're not interested in it? You didn't even watch the video. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. I said, I get a report. You didn't watch the video at all. How can you say you're not interested? I already knew he wasn't interested, but I just got to mess with him to say, how can you tell me you're not interested? What if I said I was giving you $1 million just for coming over to my house? You wouldn't know I said that.
It's a good point. Yeah, you can see that transparency. It's so cool. So again, Tony, like you said, I'm so excited to see, like, just with the beta, how many great ideas came out of you guys actually using it. And that was just like, I don't know, 20 people or something. So, you know, when it's thousands of people using this day by day, we're going to be able to gather that feedback. You can send your suggestions to, you know, EA support, and we'll be collecting them, whether that's, hey, you know, it would be cool to have this feature, or suggestions for additional sharing tools, whether that's flyers, you know, recordings, videos. We want to gather those suggestions and, like Tony said, implement them as quickly as possible. So yeah, can't thank everybody enough for joining us tonight. We'll close things out, and stay tuned for that email announcement and those text messages tomorrow, where you'll be able to download the app and really get started. So looking forward to seeing how you guys enjoy it, and we'll go from there. On to the next chapter, on to the next major initiative to make Think Plus the best company in the world.
Thanks a lot, John. Thanks, Brett. I'm going to unmute everybody, and anybody wants to say goodnight, feel free to.
John, the sun's still
Game
shining
changer.
out.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are the
Thanks,
best.
guys. Awesome.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. That was
All
great.
right, Tony, awesome
Thanks
job.
very much, guys.
Great call,
Thanks.
guys. Great call.
Downloading today.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, guys, from Julius. Be well.
Can't wait.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. I can't wait for tomorrow morning.
North Pennsylvania, Coach Fancy. Have a blessed night.
Well, I guess I gotta press the button here to talk.
This may seem harmless now, but it will have a great